Delving into the truths often. Welcome to True Crime Deep Dive, where I shed light on the shadows, the forgotten cases that have been overlooked by mainstream media. In this space, I lend my voice to those silenced and left unheard, delving into the truths often swept under the rug. Every victim, regardless of public attention, deserves justice, and I'm here to ensure that no case is neglected. Prepare yourself for a journey that is more than just getting to the bottom of heinous acts committed by notorious criminals. It's about challenging societal wrongs and sparking crucial conversations. I believe the criminal justice system is flawed and biased, and it is my duty to question it with a firm stand against injustice. I aim to break harmful stereotypes and stigma, particularly around drug addiction, to promote empathy and change for those affected by it. Your journey with me is not just about exploration, but also about advocacy and transformation. So buckle up, for you're entering a world that seeks truth, demands justice, and encourages empathy. Welcome to True Crime Deep Dive. Your journey towards change begins now.
Lights are shining bright as always downtown on the road. I have friends that come from out of town asking me to go. They say there's so much going on. Why don't you come along and show us around? I tell them Karen's not feeling well, so I probably shouldn't go out. Besides, I've got a fixed list of things I need to do around the house. Then I hang up the phone, turn the radio back on, and sit back down. I know my boy ain't here, but he ain't gone. In the mornings I wake up, give her a kiss, head to the kitchen, pour a cup, wake me up, and try to rouse up some ambition. Go outside, sit by myself, but I ain't alone. I've got the Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost. I've been beat up, I've been pushed and shoved, but never ever really knocked down. Between Mom and Dad, Uncle Sam and friends, I somehow always pulled out. But the pain of this was more than I'd ever felt before. Yeah, I was broke. I cried and cried and cried until I passed out on the floor. Then I prayed and prayed and prayed till I thought I couldn't pray anymore. Then minute by minute, day by day, my God, He gave me hope. I know my boy ain't here, but he ain't gone. In the mornings I wake up, give her a kiss, head to the kitchen, pour a cup, wake me up, and try to rouse up some ambition. Go outside, sit by myself, but I ain't alone. See, I've got the Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost. I hope, I love, I pray, I cry, I heal a little more each day inside. I won't completely heal till I go home. In the mornings I wake up, give her a kiss, head to the kitchen, pour a cup, wake me up, and try to rouse up some ambition. Go outside, sit by myself, but I ain't alone. I've got the Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost. One day I'll wake up and I'll be home with the Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost.
At this time, we're going to call up one of his good friends, Joey Cockle, who's going to share some of their experiences from high school. At this time, we're going to call up one of his good friends, Joey Cockle, who's going to share some of their experiences from high school.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Riley was my friend, my teammate, my day one, and most importantly, my family. Riley was selfless and always acted with a kind heart. I still can't fathom that he's not next to me as I stand here today. I remember warming up with him before every baseball game and sitting on the bench chatting about anything and everything. Just a simple sport brought me a friend and a brother who I will cherish forever. Riley was always smiling and brightening the day. I remember playing games, hanging out on weekends, and driving to endless destinations. I remember going to the lake and jumping off the dock at night. I remember going to Buffalo Wild Wings on snow days and having him pick me up in his car as my car couldn't drive through the snow. I remember our countless attempts at mastering Spanish at Kickapoo. Although I never admitted it, he was more fluent than me. These memories with Riley will be cherished forever. One lesson I learned from Riley is to always stay in the present and don't overthink. I remember the countless reminders I got from him to stop stressing about school or life in general. He always told me to be in the moment and everything else will come. Riley always found a way to make others smile. No matter his mood or circumstance, Riley would fill the room with joy. I can't put into words how much I miss hearing his voice. Without Riley, I'm lost. But I know he is always looking over me and will always be in my heart and by my side. I can't comprehend that you're not with me, but I know I will be with you one day. I want you to know how much I love you and will always be thinking of you. And I will strive to be the man you were, and I hope I make you proud. I love you, brother, and promise to carry on your legacy forever.
Friggin' eyes are leaking. It's the strangest thing. Someone cutting onions or something. Blah, blah, blah. Anti-Hoosers. Thank you for the super sticker, Catfish. So, ooh, hoopla. Hoopla, hoopla, hoopla. And, yeah. Just, yeah. Got the sniffles now. All's good, though. I guess. So, the last, probably, most of the day today, I won't say all day, because I'd be lying. And if you guys, most of you here do, you kind of know how I go about, like when I get on a case or how I just weird about how I do things. So, kind of like with Alex's case, I'll go back whenever I learn something new or something will change or something will, as far as my opinion goes, like something will change and I'll go back and I'll re-evaluate all the evidence again, especially if there's any kind of video, like surveillance video specifically, and I'll reanalyze it with that different perspective. And it's almost not almost, it's like watching a different video every time, because every time I watch it, no matter the case or the situation, I'll see something either that I didn't see at all, or I'll see something in a completely different perspective and interpret it different. And it's like, oh, so I figured with the new information that came out the other day about him having no pants and no wallet and no shoe or boots, that kind of changes things. And when I say change things, I mean, as far as like when I look at stuff, I have a way of going about it, and I plan on like breaking it down, layer for layer. And but I'll look at certain things in the videos, and I'm not the person that's like, oh, I'm looking at this all over the screen. Like if I'm focused on one part, whether it be like say a third person or a said area, like, and I just focus on it. And then if I watch, then I'll watch it again and I'll focus on something else. And then, because that is the only way that I would get anything accomplished. If I was bouncing all around, I'd never really look at anything in depth, because I have a little ADHD and ADD, and that's just like asking for problems. So I wanted to watch all of the video footage again. And I mean, I've already watched it several dozen times, and I've noticed things, of course, that I didn't notice before because I wasn't paying, my mindset was more or less trying to figure out where he could be. And now that now that he's been found and has been laid to rest, I can allow my brain to focus on, okay, what's going on around him. And, and that is kind of where I'm at now. So, and I've noticed things that I didn't notice before, and I want to watch it with you guys and see if you guys noticed anything that I missed or that you didn't notice before. And we'll just make this a think tank or all the above. Feel free to chime in and chat. I have several different angles I want to go do with the video. Like I've been messing with like editing softwares and stuff to try to get the contrast and the this and then that to where you guys can actually see it. So fingers crossed, one out of the million that I have downloaded will be one that you guys can actually see. But if not, we will go back to Old Faithful and just watch it on YouTube and hope for the best. And you guys just have to squint. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. So let's get started. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do play-by-plays and talk as they're going up. And the ones that are on YouTube, you know, I'll put my mouse wherever I'm talking. But the ones that I have downloaded, for whatever reason, on StreamYard, like you can't see my mouse when I upload it that way. So I'll have to just be really descriptive, or I could get creative and probably. Anyways, we'll cross that bridge when it gets there. But yes, I'm gonna tell you like what I see and as I'm seeing it, areas that I felt were particularly important to pay attention to that caught my attention that didn't before. And yeah, I'm gonna take you through my deep diving process as we go. So this is gonna be like there's no sound on any of the videos, so I'm gonna be like voicing over all of them, so it's not like the dead silence, you know. Right now I'm trying to oh god, these onions, man, my eyes are still leaking. It's the strangest thing. All right, so I wanted to look at
is live for us right now with the latest. Nikki?
Yeah, Kinley. Well, today I've been speaking with two girls who have been searching this area behind me. This leads up to the Cumberland River, and I want to show you. You can take a look down here.
I feel like this is really important. Not that it wasn't important before, but I just really like have been picking this apart and like trying to get it slowed down, sped up, and just really try to get a feel for the rest of the surroundings there, you know, like because I don't even know why, to be honest. I just bear with me.
Me at the very bottom of it is where they did discover Riley's credit card. Family have since been on scene, as well as detectives talking to these girls who made the discovery. Family tells me police have told them OEM is on the way to check out the area in a boat once again. Right now, Riley's parents tell me they're on the way to talk to detectives at Metro Police and review some more surveillance footage. Now, these girls who found the credit card say they do encourage others to come out and help out with this search and certainly work to raise awareness. Both of them are putting themselves in Riley's family shoes and hoping this case doesn't go cold.
I look more into cold cases, I guess, ones that are from like the 90s and the early 2000s that are unsolved. And I spend a lot of time digging into those.
Okay, you guys. I don't want to be the jerk off that be's a jerk off, but something about her just eh. And I can't even tell you what. And honestly, I feel like a jerk off because I honestly like I can't even put my thumb on it. But I don't know. So that's where I'm at with that. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you so much.
And I'll actually privately message officers and stuff like that, going back and forth with that. But I lived 20 minutes away from this. And so once I heard it was happening and nothing was happening, Tuesday night, I came down here with my boyfriend and we were like, let's go walk it. Let's go walk it.
Now, again, this is unrelated to the other body that was discovered in the Cumberland River today. And of course, if you have any information on this case, you're asked to contact Metro Police right away.
For some reason, I think I was so caught up in the debit card being found. Like, I know I remember there was a body found, but I don't think I had, like, took much thought into the significance that the same time frame and the day for sure, but the same time frame that the card was found, the body was found, like, right in that same vicinity, okay? So, I find that to be very, very, very odd, and it didn't, I was focused on other things, and now it's kind of like I always circle back and do this, so just bear with me, you guys, if you're new and not used to this. There's a method to my madness, I swear. But I still don't know. I've looked for that better part of an hour today before I gave up. There's no identification on this person. There's a vague description. I don't believe they've been identified. And they were found like a week before Riley. So I don't know if that's maybe because like they're not in the system. Like, but I don't understand how you can't. I don't know. I still haven't heard a COD on that said person, and if there was a missing person report, just nothing, absolutely nothing. So I've kind of been pondering this idea, like, okay, was that maybe a distraction, or like or is like there was more than one person that met their demise at the same time? But then I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing out there that I can find to do compare and contrast, like how long he was in the water compared to Riley. There's nothing to really dive into, and that is like something that really irks my soul because I like to dive into stuff. So I just wanted to it's on my list of things that are not necessarily a red flag, but kind of just a red flag because I can't find anything about it, and because of the timing and the situation, it's on my list. So I digress.
Way. Reporting live from downtown Nashville, Nikki McGee at News 2.
Okay. So this infamous video, okay. Now, I still can't help but not like I've tried to look at this and try to find something else to look at because I'll go with what my gut says, but every time like I can't look at anything other than these two or this one that ends up being two over here in the white shirts. I just can't. I've tried. Now this, however, is the couple that said that they seen him stumbling and throw up and whatever. That's the couple right there. Let me back that up. That's them. And I actually found the news article where they talk about it live, and so I do know for sure that's them. But I don't know that I believe their story at all because, for one, I don't see his phone in his hand, and unless they're talking about like maybe when they go up the parking garage and he goes around.
News
but
on YouTube. Subscribe
I don't
to
know.
ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness.
I don't know what they would gain from being dishonest. I'm just saying it doesn't add up. And I don't know why, but this kind of stood out to me a little bit this time and it didn't before. And I don't know if it's because maybe this is the thing that we see, like that kind of looks like he's pulling a wagon or something when it goes by later on in the other video surveillance. That might be why it looks all crazy because he is kind of dressed kind of dark, but that would, no relevance. Not saying that it's sketchy or nothing. I'm just saying like I think that's what whatever that is that he's pulling behind him. I think that's what looks so weird at one point on the Justice Building. Right, and I heard her say I heard the female say that she heard the conversation, but then when I found the news article where the husband or the male was talking about it, and he said that he seen he was on his phone, but he couldn't hear what he was saying because they were too far away. So I'm like, that's more plausible, but I guess everybody's just looking for I don't know. I'm not gonna be mean, not yet. I'll save it for the shady ass police. No, I'm just kidding, kinda. All right, let's watch again. Okay, and keep in mind, okay, he's got his Apple Watch on his left arm, and if you look, he's got his, one second.
Today marks 1 week since Missouri college student Riley Strain vanished while visiting downtown Nashville. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Hunter Hoagland. Crews have spent days now searching for the University of Missouri senior. We're talking on the ground, in the air, and in the water. Still, though, no sign of Riley Strain.
That's right. Kelsey Gibbs, though, spoke with a local couple who think they might be among the very last people to see him.
It's all on the surveillance video, but where
so we just crossed up here.
Crossed. It was kind of like a split.
James Webb and Erica Hart say they will now never forget the walk back to their car last Friday night.
It didn't seem out of, context for being downtown.
The couple didn't realize the importance of that walk until they saw the news last night. It was this surveillance video that caught their attention because it's one of the last pieces of footage of missing University of Missouri student Riley Strain, and they were also in the video.
We were just walking kind of up and down Broadway, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, just throughout the night, and we just walked down first where we parked our car, and during that period saw him, but didn't even know about it until she saw the headline yesterday.
Riley went missing on a trip to Nashville with friends on Friday, March 8th. During his visit to Luke Bryant's bar, Luke's 32 Bridge, the company tells us records show he purchased and was served 1 alcoholic drink and 2 waters. At 9:35 p.m., they say the security team made a decision based on their conduct standards to escort him from the venue. He was then followed downstairs with 1 member of his group. The person with Riley did not leave with him and returned upstairs. His next and only movements so far were caught on surveillance cameras.
He was on the phone at one point, we thought, talking maybe to someone. We couldn't really hear what he was saying, but we saw him holding a phone.
James and Erica say they simply glanced at Riley and his behavior didn't seem unusual for a Friday night downtown, but they said he headed north on Gay Street.
I even said to you, I was like, it looks like he's headed home.
The couple contacted police and now hope by sharing this, more people in the area can review their cameras.
If the direction he was headed helps at all, then We know that much.
In Nashville, Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
It's now day 32 in the search.
In Nashville.
Welcome back, everyone. The missing college student found in the Cumberland River in Nashville will be laid to rest today. 22-year-old Riley Strain's funeral will be in his hometown of Springfield, Missouri. He went missing on March 8th after being kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar. His body was found 2 weeks later. Preliminary autopsy results rule his death an accident. Nashville police say there were no signs of foul play. However, Riley's family had a second autopsy performed, and toxicology reports have yet to come back. The coroner says there was little to no water in his lungs, and when police pulled Riley's body out of the water, he wasn't wearing pants or his cowboy boots. Let's bring in News Nation law and justice contributor Jennifer Coffin-Daffer. Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning to you.
So Riley's family told News Nation, and I understand this, they're confused. There wasn't any water in Riley's lungs. Can you elaborate on that? How does that happen? Does it mean he didn't drown like police are thinking?
Well, some drowning victims, as they struggle, they actually have a spasm that occurs in their larynx area, and it closes off the ability for that water to enter their lungs, or very little water to get through in their struggle. This happens in about 10 to 15% of drownings. And so some call it dry drowning, where you actually still suffocate.
I did not know that. Thank you for that. We mentioned there's no toxicology report. It hasn't been released yet. So is it too early for police to close this investigation?
Well, they can't close it on the books. In other words, administratively, it's going to be open to contain those toxicology reports when they return. But as far as boots on the ground or working this, there's no further investigation that can be done because they have determined what happened, which was an accident.
You talked about boots on the ground. TikTokers, as you know, not police, found Riley's bank card on the bank of the Cumberland River. It was the family, not police, who called in the Cajun Navy to help organize a ground search, which until then had not happened. So looking back at how police conducted this investigation, Jennifer, is there anything you would have done differently? Do you think some mistakes were possibly made?
You know, you bring up such good points. You never in a police investigation want a TikToker to find possible evidence. If I could, I hate to armchair quarterback, if you will, these investigations, but there are two improvements certainly I think they could have made. First of all, I wish they would have done a grid search of the area where he disappeared. That could have been easily organized with volunteers and done so that card and anything else would have been found by police and not by TikTokers. Secondarily, it seems like the information from their witness victim coordinator, which all large departments have, wasn't done very well. In other words, communicating with the family about what was happening in the search.
And the family, like I mentioned before, rightfully so, has so many unanswered questions when it comes to Riley's death. The bar kicked him out saying he was overserved, but should someone be held accountable when it comes to this 22-year-old's death?
Well, I don't think anyone will be held accountable, at least based on the law that I've seen. You can only hold a bar accountable if a third party person is damaged. So in other words, if Riley Strain would have been intoxicated and somehow hurt another, that third person could sue both Riley and a bar if that would have been the circumstance. But Riley himself cannot sue the bar or his family, is my understanding.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank.
The question of what exactly happened to Riley Strain still remains unanswered 6 days after the 21-year-old's body was pulled from the Cumberland River. Thanks for joining us, everyone, here on News Channel 5 Plus and streaming tonight. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. The family has ordered a second autopsy as we are still waiting for the final report.
But a new detail led us to a world-renowned expert on body decomposition right here in Tennessee. Nick Barris has the story.
A friend of Riley Strain's family says that they ordered a second autopsy, which reached the same basic conclusions as
What's up, Cricket Day? You have an epiphany or question? Only if someone else can, the parent, only if he hurt someone else. Yeah, so in other words, the only way the bar would be responsible would be if they overserved him or he left that establishment drunk and got like in a car accident, hurt someone else, or got in a fight and hurt somebody else. Like if someone else got hurt by him, then the other family of whoever got hurt could sue Riley and the bar. But with this circumstance, Riley nor his family can sue the bar. They're not liable because he's the one that got hurt, not him hurting someone else.
Metros, but he says the Strain family also has questions about the condition of Riley's body when it was pulled from the river. A dock worker spotted the body downriver from downtown Nashville where Riley was last seen. Police Chief John Drake confirmed the identity.
Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch.
But News Channel 5 has learned Riley.
So see what he did there? He says, oh, he had a shirt on and his watch. He didn't say he only had a shirt on and his watch. So he just didn't say that he did not have his pants and his boots and his wallet. So he didn't lie, he just lied by omission, which is, anyways, I'll push play. I really don't like that bald-headed scroungy fuck.
Riley's body was found without his jeans or cowboy boots. Riley certainly was fully clothed in the security video the night he disappeared, but when he was pulled from the river 2 weeks later, from the waist down, only his
Cricket Day, the only thing I can find about the other body was that he may or may not be Hispanic, believed to be in his early 30s, wearing a maroon shirt, and that's it. And I think maybe a tattoo on his arm, but no, still no identification, no COD, and it's very bizarre. Like, you'd think somebody would be looking for him, and I'm sure they are, but I don't see a natural, well, yeah, there's that. They didn't say really like how long he'd been in the water or none of that. And they should know that by now. I mean, he was found like a week before Riley was. He was found the same day the same time they found the debit card. Which is something that kind of blew past me before and kind of makes me take pause now looking back. Like, it's very odd.
But when he was pulled from the river 2 weeks later, from the waist down, only his boxer shorts and socks remained.
It is unusual. Normally, if you fall in the river, it's very difficult to get your pants off.
Dr. Bill Bass, now retired, is the founder of the University of Tennessee's famed Body Farm and one of the foremost experts on body decomposition in the world. We asked him about the missing pants and boots. Dr. Bass says it's possible, but unlikely they just came off in the river current.
No, they would not come off by themselves.
Dr. Bass says debris could have snagged the clothing or...
Oh, I would say that somebody took them off. If you do research on this, which is very difficult because you got to kill a person to do it, but it's difficult to get your pants off. It's difficult when you're alive to get your pants off.
We did speak with Riley's stepdad, Chris, who says he does not right now want to comment on the friend's interview because the family is preparing for Riley's funeral on Friday. But he did say that they will have, quote, big things to share, unquote, next week. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Nick, thank you. Investigators are still awaiting toxicology results from the autopsy. For now, the case remains open.
Joining me now is forensic pathologist Dr. Priya Banerjee and former FBI agent, News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer. Doc, what is the forensic reality? If there's no water in the lungs, could he have drowned?
Yes, drowning is a complex diagnosis, and there's not one particular finding that solidifies drowning. So I've seen drowning, less common, but ones that don't have very heavy lungs. And this was a river, so more fresh water, where more of the water goes into the blood and then later gets into the lungs. So you don't always need what we call pulmonary edema or water in the lungs to necessarily have drowning.
So when you say you've seen it before in freshwater situations specifically, are you talking like 1 in 100? You don't find it, or is it a 50-50 proposition, as likely as not? Because this is a big detail that's making a lot of people think the police got it wrong.
Sure. You know, it's hard for me to say. I live in Rhode Island, where obviously there's extensive water, but most of ours are brackish to ocean or bay, you know, where we're dealing with salt water. Fresh water is less common, so I can't put a accurate statistic on it. We look at other things like water in the stomach, water in the sinuses, which is like a cavity up here. But again, not one thing is like a home run for drowning.
Jen, no pants, no cowboy boots, no wallet. What does that mean to you, Coffindaffer?
Well, what it means to me, there's a couple of possibilities. First of all, he could have gone to the edge and to urinate, and he could have himself loosened up his pants when he fell in, right before he fell in. Also, the Cumberland River is extremely fast flowing, heavy current. There's a lot of debris that could have grabbed onto his pants and dislodged them from his body. It was 8 miles he traveled over almost 2 weeks.
Priya, you're nodding along because you're not shocked that a body 2 weeks in that kind of water was found without pants and cowboy boots?
No, I think that could be completely consistent. I didn't realize the distance was so long. You know, the time is 2 weeks, and you know, I'm not familiar with that territory, that area, but 8 miles is really long under currents. I think you can lose things, and you know, the alcohol possibly having loosened the pants, you know, if he was urinating or something, could be a setup for them coming off later.
Jen, what else do you need to know?
I think what we need to know is they've done an autopsy that's been reviewed. There's no sign of stabbing. There's no sign of bruising. There's no sign he was attacked.
With IXL, not only does Charlie get extra math practice and guidance, but he's also able to explore other topics and skills he's interested in.
Earlier today, a body was found in the Cumberland River near the MLK Memorial Bridge. Police say it's not Riley or Sebastian Rogers. They still haven't released who that is. Now, police also say the search is continuing. We've seen boats down here. I know they've had aviation and also dogs out on the water. For tonight, though, that's all we have right now. Live downtown Nashville, Dryden Quigley, WSMB4.
IXL helps my children learn at their own pace, starting off with easier questions and slowly
make some sort of leap that something nefarious happened. There's no evidence of that.
I got it.
There is evidence that he fell in and tragically drowned.
Doc,
and I think the
go ahead. Last word to you.
One thing I wanted to add is we look for what happened prior to the death, if you will, the event, and the stumbling. You guys are playing it. It's like you read my mind. He's very unstable prior. And so an accidental fall in due to intoxication seems like a likely story. You always approach a case like this. Did something bad happen to him? Did someone do something? And if that's ruled out, it's very hard to substantiate that claim without trauma.
I hear it. Doctor, thank you. Coffindaffer, as always, appreciate it. Hey, thank you for watching. Please.
For missing college.
The preliminary autopsy report for Riley Strain gives a tragic glimpse into his final moments. Here's what we know so far. When 22-year-old college student Riley Strain went missing on March 8th in Nashville, not only did authorities get involved in solving the case, but so did TikTokers. Strain had been captured on surveillance video stumbling down the street after leaving the Luke's 32 Bridge bar, while in town for his fraternity's spring formal. The bar later stated that Strain hadn't been served more than one alcoholic drink and 2 waters before being removed by the security team. While the mystery of his disappearance led some people to believe that foul play was involved, it now seems likely that that wasn't the case. Riley's body was pulled from Cumberland River on March 22nd. At the time, authorities didn't believe that foul play was involved. His bank card had been discovered near the river, and the most reasonable conclusion was that Strain had fallen into the river and drowned. Indeed, a bystander had seen Riley almost topple over into the water.
We heard a commotion. We looked back up. He almost fell over. The last bush right there caught him. He was very, very, very intoxicated, I guess.
Now that Strain's preliminary autopsy has been conducted, Metro Nashville Police Department Representative Chris Mumford told the Tennessean that his death appears accidental. Even though a non-accidental version of Riley Strain's death might seem plausible, it really does seem like the simplest explanation is true. Strain got overly intoxicated, had trouble walking, and at some point slipped and stumbled into the Cumberland River and wasn't able to swim out. The Tennessean states that detectives were present when Strain's autopsy was conducted.
911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at 1740 61st Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee. I just
61st Avenue North in the nation's office of Centennial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened?
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
Okay. And you said you guys found a dead body?
Yes, ma'am, in the river. We unload barges at this facility,
What does it
and
look
I was
like?
checking around my dock. It's definitely got a person, hair, black shirt, kind of like a white, muddy looking on the front. It's face down in the water.
Shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a
Caucasian.
It looks like a male.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is he right on the what is it called?
Yeah, he's on the front of my work barge. I'm at river marker 184 on the Cumberland River.
You said river marker 184?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And my company has requested only police and rescue personnel only on site.
All right, so I already have this call up. I have it at 1740, 61st Avenue North in the nation's office Centennial. What is the name of this? Is there a name on the building or?
Yeah, it's there's a sign out front. It's called Holston.
You said Holston, Holston?
HOLCIM.
Okay. Is he completely submerged, or is he right on that, like the bed? Not the bed, but like is he partially in the water, partially out of the water?
No, he's fully submerged besides his back sticking out of the water. I actually had to move a log off of the head to confirm it was a body.
Okay. I have this call up, and I'm gonna get somebody out there. Okay.
No, all right. I'll meet them up top. I'm gonna make my way up from the river in just a few minutes.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, we head to Florida now, where Governor Ron DeSantis plans to sign a law squashing squatters' rights.
A big discovery by News 4 Investigates. For the first time, we have confirmation that people who came to downtown Nashville during the NFL draft claimed they were drugged during the party.
Our chief investigator, Jeremy Finley, obtained the police report. Jeremy, you're live tonight in Nashville. This is really the first definitive proof we have that a drugging like this happened.
That's right, Tom. I spoke with both of these two men who confirm what is in this police report. Now, there's so much concern these days about druggings in our downtown area, which you can see just over my shoulder here, that victims advocates want these kinds of coasters to be put in all downtown bars. Now, I want to show you something. So you see here, there's a little pink area there. So what happens is people are able to take these coasters, pour their alcohol on that, and then can tell if they've been drugged. Now, this takes about a minute to work. So in that minute's time, go ahead and watch this one woman's account of how she says she was drugged in downtown Nashville and says there's real reason to be concerned. While the city was celebrating the NFL draft in April, News 4 Investigates has uncovered what's long been rumored but never confirmed until now. We obtained this police report narrative and spoke to two men who tell police they were at Jason Aldean's bar drinking. One didn't remember leaving at all and woke up later in an abandoned car. The other remembers getting into a ride share with a strange woman, but nothing after that. When he awoke, nearly $8,000 had been stolen, along with a Gucci watch and ring, telling police he and his friend were drugged and he was burglarized by the suspect.
Every cell in my body felt poisoned.
Ashley Tilford wrote about her drugging in downtown Nashville on her blog, calling it, "I got roofied."
I was so sick that it was probably a couple weeks before I even started to really process that this has happened to me.
While Tilford and the two men in the police report were not sexually assaulted, reports of druggings in downtown Nashville and other locations in the city are funneling into the sexual assault center where Sharon Travis works. Their data shows 1/3 of the people who've come to get rape kits since last August say they were drugged somewhere in the city.
Downtown Nashville and Midtown Nashville have showed up on the radar as some places where this is happening.
All right, we are back here live. I want to show you the results of this. Now take a look. You can see, as we told you before, it's pink where we poured the alcohol onto. It would have turned blue if there was some kind of drug in it. So it shows in this case that that drink was safe. Now, we also wanted to tell you that we reached out to the company that manages Jason Aldean's bar, and they said, quote, "The safety and well-being of our patrons is our top priority, and in the event that an issue arises, we fully cooperate with the Nashville Police Department on any investigations." Now, no arrests in the case of the two men that we told you about, because the problem is obvious. If you can't remember what happened, it's hard to charge someone in that case. Tom and Lauren, back to you.
The story of Dakota James' final.
We appreciate the locals. Locals know better.
First thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So that's where they completely searched.
So the rarity of him being back this way, if the flow's that way, it's probably rare to come back this way.
Completely rare.
Yeah, I'm gonna work my way back that way. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna come this way.
Gotcha. Because that eventually goes to the Ohio River, right? In Kentucky. Have they searched like under these bridges?
Well, the bridge where his stuff was, yes.
Because it would be like if the stuff was found down
Where
there.
his phone pinged was the whole first thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So that's where they completely searched.
So the rarity of him being back this way, if the flow's that way, it's probably rare to come back this way.
Completely rare.
His debit card was found. And then we have another one here ready to launch. It looks like two.
Be very, very easy to get into something down here just because there's so many people. And there are people out here targeting really intoxicated people.
So has there been reports of crime where people get pickpocketed?
Yes.
Down here?
Oh, yeah. Actually, Luke Bryan's bar, Jason Aldean, and FGL House.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if Kid Rocks is involved. They have major reports of like 20 to 50 phones going missing in the night.
Really?
Yeah. There's little rings that go around.
So they would go in the bar and kind of like pick.
Crime rings, yeah.
Ah. So it is possible this could be a robbery.
It's been a couple of years ago, but there were women going out, finding businessmen by the
It does flow. There's that now management here. Now, what is this? Is this showing that it gets? Does the water ever get this high?
water level.
So it goes 49 feet. Has it ever flooded? What's the highest it's ever been?
We had a huge flood.
93?
No. It was in the 2000s. Actually flooded Opryland Hotel.
Opryland Hotel.
Because the river, if we went upstream,
Yeah.
Opryland's that way.
So we're talking
Yeah.
50 feet?
It flooded First Avenue.
It flooded
here.
First Avenue?
Yeah, and a lot of these places.
Wow.
Places that had guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
Guitar shops.
Nashville was last.
Right by the dam.
We'll see what's going on.
I think definitely if someone
Got another live streamer right there.
I think definitely if someone didn't know or they were incredibly intoxicated, it would be very, very easy to get into something down here just because there's so many people. And there are people out here targeting really intoxicated people.
So has there been reports of crime where people get pickpocketed?
Yes.
Down here?
Oh, yeah. Actually, Luke Bryan's bar, Jason Aldean, and FGL House.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if Kid Rocks is involved. They have major reports of like 20 to 50 phones going missing in the night.
Really?
Yeah. There's little rings that go around.
So they would go in the bar and kind of like pick.
Crime rings, yeah.
Ah. So it is possible this could be a robbery.
It's been a couple of years ago, but there were women going out, finding businessmen by themselves, drugging their drink.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of them were really embarrassed to report it. One man was found naked in a parking garage with none of his stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So people are saying this is some old fort?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so we have a missing flyer here, folks. This is the first one. Check this out, folks. They have a flyer posted here for Riley. Missing. Riley Strain, Nashville. 22 was last seen 3/8/2024 at approximately 10 p.m. in downtown Nashville. Was last seen wearing brown square toe boots, blue jeans, and a black and white button-up shirt, and seen 6'6", 165. So.
Look at this. It's a homeless camp on the other side.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Under
the bridge, right? So there's a giant homeless camp on that other side.
That's actually a small one.
Oh, so
There's bigger ones.
so how many estimated homeless do you think are? Or they just come and go, transient? Look how high this steep is. Like this is pretty wild, folks. Because think about this. Like now, up there, we're gonna go. But just tell me offhand, is it all fenced? No. So someone could just walk up to the ledge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Think about being intoxicated, folks, and you got a cliff here. Look at this. Think about this. Now, she's saying that, Rachel's saying that up here there's no fencing. But even if there is fencing, you know, anyone that's under the influence could want to just hop around.
I think he tried to go to the bathroom or like stepped either over that barrier, or there's a little green fence up there, like this.
Wow,
There's a
look
gate
how high
that's
this
open
is.
and bushes.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he stepped over there to use the restroom, get sick, and leaning this way, you know, doing that.
Yeah.
And then it goes this way, it would be very easy. And two, when you saw him walking down the street, he had that intoxicated forward momentum going.
Yeah, and he's
Anyway,
lanky too. He's lanky. His legs are, he's tall. Wow, look at this, folks. Like I'm telling you, I don't know what it looks like on camera here, but it's you could definitely be on the ledge here and fall.
It's even steeper.
Yeah, it does get steeper and higher. And we're just getting started, folks, because it's starting to go up. Wow. Now it puts a whole different perspective, folks. We're talking about almost like a cliff. Literally like a cliff. See what I mean? No, tell me about it.
It's flooded all the way up to here.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. So you've seen it too.
Yep.
That's 50 feet.
Yep.
When was that?
Oh, the last time, in the last 2 years, it's done it at least 4 times.
Really?
At least.
How does it get so high?
You have to think the length of the river. A lot of what's taking place here has happened somewhere else down the river.
Appalachians?
Huh?
Appalachian Mountains?
Yeah.
Well, and my younger brother lives on Percy Freeze, right by the dam.
Yeah.
They released the dam.
Oh, they got a dam they released
Oh yeah,
too.
and it comes into the river.
Wow.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
They dropped the dam.
So you know about this missing young man?
Oh yeah. If you look right over there, past the strange piece of art, there's a I don't know what kind of boat it is, but they've got another one out already.
Yeah.
You see the white van right there?
Yeah.
Because the individual on camera, he disappeared right up here. They showed him on camera on TV. There was another object or another person they were watching. They stayed in visibility, but he just went out of view. And it was right over here. And
were you out here do you know anything?
no, all I know is he was drunk and had a fistful of cash. That's not good to have here on the city.
Oh, you saying he had a fistful of cash?
So the rumor goes.
So because everyone talks around here, right?
Yeah, he was college. All I know is he was drunk. They showed him on camera. He was walking over in this area over here, and he actually ran. He walked and ran into what looked to be an old phone
Phone booth. Yeah, I'll look for that.
He smack dab into it.
Oh, he ran into the phone booth.
Stayed there for about a good minute, and then got up and then staggered over this direction. They showed him on camera, right where the yellow vehicle is. Staggered right across there, and then by that time it was dark and poor lighting, and they showed him on camera, and he disappeared over there. And all I know is this past week they had this whole area over here shut down. They found his bank. They found his bank card on the river.
Yeah.
Or the riverbank.
That's the first I've heard about a fistful of cash.
Now, the whole thing about the bank card is you've got a lot of street people. They could have got a hold of it anywhere. And if you look right over here across the river,
yeah,
see the tarps?
Yes. Yeah, she was showing me.
There's encampments. I mean,
all down, up and down.
If you go down the railroad tracks, First Avenue, if you get on First Avenue, on the left-hand side, there's an old building you'll pass. It used to be an old school or hospital or something, but it's closed down. But on the left-hand side, there's like a cul-de-sac down at the end of the road first.
Yeah.
And that's where the beginning of Tent City is.
Gotcha.
Tent City goes all the way down the railroad tracks.
Gotcha.
So, on the left-hand side.
So where's that is that the surveillance on the light pole?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or on the traffic cam?
If you look, a lot of them are cop oriented.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Blue light.
Yeah, I see it.
And right here on the riverfront, facing the river itself, right Nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you for the insight. You provided a lot. We're on the hunt to find out what happened.
If you ever get the cash and the time, they have the tour guides that go around and tell you a lot of the history of the place.
Yeah.
And they add some of the new news sometimes, and I'm sure that would be on there. Of course, everything about the bomb.
Yeah. That road's still closed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came in, I saw that road closed. I said, that's the last time I was here in Nashville from that guy that did that by, it was Christmas, right?
Yeah, I was actually at the fairgrounds, and I felt the concussion of it.
Wow. Thanks for the insight, Dave. You have a good day. Be blessed. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take you up here. Apparently,
This is the corner where he was last seen crossing the street.
okay, so this is the corner he was last seen crossing the street, folks. And
I'll show you.
and it looks like there's the camera right there.
And so, like, the corner.
So really, he took Broadway, or he took 3rd Street to here.
Yep.
3rd Street to Church Street, and people were saying that.
And if he would have just taken a left,
Yes,
he would have gone to his hotel.
he would have went to the Tempo Hotel. If he would have just went left.
And I just, in his intoxication and in the city, I mean, I get turned around directionally. And at night.
Gotcha.
So, see where the dumpster is?
Yeah.
That was the side of this. That was where the side of the street the pedestrians were on.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Yeah, and the dumpster was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you remember that dumpster, folks? There it is.
And remember the road closed signs?
Yes.
And then that
Road closed signs.
stumbles right here.
So which one was the camera? Right there?
Right there.
There's the camera, folks. Right there. All right, so that was that the first image?
No, this was the last image or last video before the law enforcement body came.
Gotcha. So folks, up there, 3rd Street, instead of going that way or going that way from Broadway, he makes a right, comes down here, seen right here. Seen right here. So we're giving you an idea that his last steps. And then again, right over here is the waterfront.
And then remember where he's struggling and almost kind of leaning on the building? It's that white building right there. Because I was trying to figure out where it was too. It's right there.
Okay.
So he was having issues right there.
He was having issues, and this is what, about 3 blocks away total?
No, Broadway.
1, 2, 3,
4,
4,
maybe 7.
4 to 7 blocks away. But it would take what? No more than 10 minutes to walk from here at this point. So, and remember, folks, he's tall and lanky, 6'6". All right, so we're on the move here. I'm going to show you the. Now, is this where he ends up walking, you think, down here?
He walked on the sidewalk.
Okay, so walking on this sidewalk, folks, and here's the river.
See how steep this gets here? And look at all this.
Wow. Oh, wow. Look at that, folks. Oh, wow. It stinks. Woo.
Yeah.
Look at that, folks. So right here, just right here where Riley ends up, seen on camera, look how steep this is. I mean,
filthy.
And it's just filthy. Look at all this. It's just mountains and mountains of trash. Clothing, alcohol bottles, tents, backpacks.
You see the
toilet seat. There's even a toilet seat here. Oh my God, it smells really, really bad, folks.
All right.
All right, so we're on the move here. It's really steep. Yeah, we gotta look at that. It gives you an idea. Yeah, this is like a 30-foot drop. Wow, folks. So now we're getting into where they said it's so steep. It's a 30-foot drop, folks. Going all the way down. I think he's looking. He's looking too. Volunteer out here looking.
And I could get some of the signs and take, I know some of the bar owners, but He's not going to be on Broadway. I don't believe.
So people spray painting on here. So yeah, homeless. Looks like it is kind of sketchy. I don't, you know, at night, probably people wandering around.
And there's the street lights diminish as we go up. It's just not a very well lit area.
Gotcha. Well, I can tell you, being here in person puts a whole different perspective of the situation. You know, my take being from afar and watching it and seeing it on TV and not being here, you don't think that it's the riverbank is that steep and that, you know, high up. But in this situation here, we're talking about, I mean, it's high. And if anyone goes onto the ledge and falls over, you're in trouble. You're going to be knocked unconscious. I mean, look. Yeah, it's steep, folks. It's steep as can be. And it's like 50. Now we're talking like 50 feet plus. And it's all, see all this like tree area. Now, do you know if they searched all this down in the tree here?
I don't believe right here because this phone pinged up there.
Okay, so the phone pinged up here.
And I've been watching that phone.
But what if something happened and somebody took the phone and the debit card, if it's a criminal act? But wasn't he seen on the, where was the police body cam? Up here?
Okay, hang on. Police body cam. Yep. It was,
Close by here, wasn't it?
yeah, I believe it was either the red truck was parked here or there.
Somewhere in this area here.
See these little.
Cricket Day, were you not here the other day whenever we were watching JLR's other video? And some local from up here under the bridge comes out. Her name was Butters. So it's kind of just like a running joke, like, oh, you know, I don't feel safe if we got Butters with me. She wouldn't show her face. I can only imagine why. With a name like Butters. But this right about the area that he encounters her at is where he's about to encounter this next guy at. And you guys, let me just say this with a little bit of preference. Drugs are bad, and that is messed up, man. This what I didn't say it though. I mean, holy cha 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 cha. You'll see. Nyang, 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 nyang.
Yeah.
It was parked here or in that one of those spots up there.
So the officers, and when the officer is on this side and he faces the camera here, and Riley's walking this way, right?
Yep, and he's the officer too, like. Right?
He crosses the street.
I think he's at this
Yes,
next
girl.
side
He's
here.
like,
Gotcha.
get out.
So
You need to
after
get
this
it. I
statue.
can't even.
Notice this area says here, area monitor.
So you better get up whatever they don't get. Get.
But now when you get into this situation here, folks, this is what I'm saying. Like down here, I'm telling you, once you get down here and go down here a little bit, it just drops. It just drops. And there's all types of trash and debris.
I think the officer
Oh gosh.
So he's going
Oh, we got to
vehicle
start a
to
GoFundMe.
vehicle because of so-called break-ins.
Yeah, he'd been called to the area, and if you see on his video, that red truck back window was broken out. That's why
Yeah.
he was here.
Gotcha.
And then the police car was parked kind of like over there, but police was here in this roughish area. Here's Riley running up, and I think that's why he turned around to engage him.
Yeah. Because Riley's walking, he's like, hey, and then the officer kind of looks,
hey,
right?
how you doing?
Hey,
Blah,
how
blah,
you
blah,
doing?
blah. And it takes the officer a couple seconds. He looks at the truck, and by the time he turns back around, Riley is gone.
Plus, his focus wasn't Riley. It was about the situation. Gotcha.
It was either this pole or that pole. Right
And we're and think about this. He's intoxicated. You got to go up a little steep hill here.
Yeah.
Itself. So you're in that process of staggering along. Raleigh's in the whole different direction. Hotel, the Tempo Hotel's way over there, blocks that way. He's walking this way.
Woodland Street has a fence around it right here, so
Yeah.
you can't go down. But I mean, look right here, there's no fence.
No fence. We got another flyer.
Up at the James Robertson Bridge, you'll
Uh-huh.
see it, JLR. You can we'll just walk right over, step right over.
So this is the Woodland Bridge. Hi, how are you? You come out and volunteer?
Yeah, I'm just looking around.
Yeah, I saw you looking over the edge and stuff. I'm figuring out it's probably a volunteer. What got you brought out here? Like, what brings you out here?
I'm just a local, and I have a couple of moments this morning. I just wanted to go out and see if I could get any kind of senses as to where this guy may have gone.
Yeah.
Sure. I feel like maybe we're in kind of closer to the area maybe he was at, but who knows?
What your take being local? Do you think this is an accident, a crime, maybe?
I'm hoping it's an accident. I'm hoping the guy was intoxicated, fell over the side, didn't know where he was, didn't know how steep this was, and fell over.
My husband be a.
And it is dark over here at night. And even as a local, I am leery of this area walking back. Like if I'm from somewhere down, coming back from this way, I'll usually go down like third or somewhere that's more lit.
You stay out of here.
Stay out of this area. I mean, it's not that I don't consider this dangerous by any means, but like any city, you want to keep your head on a swivel. But I wouldn't expect trouble down here. But like I said, keep an eye out.
That's because you are trouble, motherfucker.
But yeah, and always use the buddy system. Use the buddy system. Even 20 years ago, when I was 20, and we would go to these bars. It's not like it is now. It's not just commercialized and touristy, but we still use the buddy system. We use the buddy system. So.
You see me nodding my head.
Yeah,
I 100%
absolutely.
agree with you. We've been covering this case from afar. I'm from Florida, but we've been talking about the last couple of days that we're going to come up and monitor the search. But that's what I emphasize: buddy systems. Have someone with you. I mean, not to stagger around a city where you're not even from, under the influence.
Yeah, especially if you're not familiar, and even if you are familiar with the area, I would still recommend.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Anybody.
Or male or female.
Don't go alone drunk.
Don't go alone. But JLR investigates.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Check out the YouTube channel later.
Absolutely. Actually, I believe I have you. I recognize you. I think I've seen you before.
Awesome. Thank you for everything. What's your name?
Ryan, by the way.
Ryan. Thank you for coming out and helping.
All right.
Be safe.
All right, we got Ryan, and we got David, and we got Butters, and they are all sus as for the lodge, and we're gonna keep on going. Yes, I have these names written down. No, it's not petty. Thank you so much.
So,
because most people are like, oh yeah, but the ones to me that stand out are the ones that insert themselves and are like, insert themselves and then say a whole bunch of something, and then but it doesn't pertain to Riley, but they felt the need to come. Like Ruben says it a lot. Like if somebody is telling you, like answering questions that you didn't ask and giving you more than you asked for, be a little not suspicious, but just listen to what they're saying. Wise words of Ruben.
He's a local. So you hear from locals, right? A local said he wouldn't necessarily come down here. Not saying it's not safe. Now we got some media out here. We got emergency management out here. Got some things going on out here. Now we got the law enforcement here now.
Okay, so see how like this, even if you crooked around right there.
Yeah.
See how that's blocked off here at this bridge?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
on the other side.
look at this. We do have emergency management.
Look at this. But I mean, you could go right under there if you wanted to. But look how steep that is now, where we are.
It's so steep, folks. It is so steep. All right, so we are in ground zero area.
But yeah, I just want to know how he found my house on Google Maps. Like, he's a little stalker. That's really what it looks like.
Got trucks here. Good morning. Look at this. What's going on here? Another missing poster. What's going on here? We got another missing. See what I mean, folks? This is the ground zero.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Office of Emergency.
What is he doing? Well, hold on a second, y'all. What is that? A generator? What the fuck?
Office of Emergency Management. Office of Emergency Management. You got media out here. You got Office of Emergency Management, police. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're ramping up, folks. Look at this. Got a map of the river.
Damn, I ain't seen an old school map
So
like
this looks
that like
Office
in
of Emergency Management Command
in a long
Center
time.
here, folks.
I guess that's one way to do it.
Just kind of give you an idea. So that's
a long ass river. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think I don't.
definitely
Eddie, what was that?
corresponding.
Kind of looked like a generator or
Talking to
like
people,
a
folks.
something.
So it seems like this might be their command center up here in this general area. You got people over thing, but you do have police, Office of Emergency Management. You got some media out here. They're stationary. You got people.
All right, this is where it's about to get good.
Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Look at this. Right here. Hovercraft. Did you see the hovercraft?
That's the hovercraft that Cajun Navy's been waiting for.
So it's definitely feels like that's part of this search.
That was the gentleman that is the head of the Cajun Navy. He said that's why they didn't start yesterday, because they didn't have their hovercraft yet.
Cumberland River Greenway, downtown, folks. I'm just gonna scoot over here and see. Now, I noticed they put a cone here. I don't know who. Oh, wow. Look at this, folks.
Hold on a second. I cannot believe. Listen, I will give him credit where credit is due. He's got some kahunas, cause ain't no motherfucking way in hell I'm walking my little bitty tiny white ass back there like it's nothing. What's up, you guy with his camera? Like, oh, I would be so scared. But I appreciate you doing it because I enjoy watching it. But hell to the no. Are you crazy? And not in the daytime, nighttime, no time. Like, nope, not me. I'll watch from right here. What the hell? Anyways, let's keep going. It's about to get interesting. And yes, I know these were from when Riley was still missing, but I have this thing whenever I deep dive cases, whenever new information comes out or my perspective shifts as far as what I think happened, I go back and I look at everything, all the evidence, especially if there's anything video wise, and I look at it again and I with that new perspective in mind, and I see stuff that I didn't see before, or I interpret stuff differently, and it's just a whole thing. You'll get used to it. As long as it wasn't a geek.
Look at this, folks. This is the area where the law enforcement seems to be focused on, between these two bridges. Woodland, that's Woodland, and even got a bicycle down here, folks. You have information? I'm gonna try to. Hey, what's going on?
Look, this guy over here, I trust him, he trusts me. I've been talking.
This, my friend, is what we call a Mexican American. Holy hell. Say, I don't even know. I had to put the subtitles on because honestly, like I could only understand every other word, and I speak hillbilly. So, any hoosers. But anyways, I'd like to introduce you to my uncle. I'm just kidding.
To him for almost 2 hours back and forth. Give him some stuff, confidence. Things about
what's going on.
Look, this guy over here, I trust him, he trusts me. I've been talking to him for almost 2 hours back and forth. Give him some stuff, confidence. He's told me some things about on Hermitage Avenue, the Tennessee encampment.
Okay, I had to back that up a couple of times. And I'm not sure if because what comes up on the subtitles, I don't think is what he meant. I think he meant the
Confidence. He's told me some things about on Hermitage Avenue.
Hermitage Avenue? Is anybody familiar with that? And I'm sure that's probably not how it's pronounced or spelled. So if you can help me out in like plain English, like I can add it to my notes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's messed up. He was probably Methodist too.
The Tennessee encampment.
Tennessee.
He said this to me. He said they could have dragged him from here over there. He said those, and I worked at a company and I know this area. I knew this. I worked here in the daytime. You better watch your back. But so I can imagine how it is over there now because they got to move. So right now that's the most dangerous. Off of Hermitage Avenue.
Hermitage.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Yeah, first turns into Hermitage if we go that way.
So what? Let me understand. What you're saying is, people are saying that it could have been dragged from.
So you know they spotted him right
Yeah.
down here. Somehow got dragged off over there. He said pure evil, and I believe.
He's saying the people around here, some people are pure evil around here.
Those people over there at that encampment, not regular folks.
Yeah.
I'm going to call them homeless. I don't know their situation. People that live on the river.
That's a dangerous camp.
Yes, he said they make meth, they make drugs to kill other people. And here's what he said.
What'd he just say? Hold up.
Pretty sharp. He's a.
What'd he just say? Hold up. I didn't catch that the first time. What did he say?
He said they make meth.
They make the meth and the drugs to kill other people. And here's what he said. I don't get it. This guy's pretty sharp. Oh my lantern? You said what?
This guy's pretty sharp. He's a veteran.
Veteran.
Excuse me. Just full of stuff, man. I just feel vibrations sometimes.
Feel vibrations no matter where the COPD. I'm sorry, I can't.
Anyway, he said they would sell those drugs. No one ever killed him. He said, I don't understand. That's right. He don't understand. Because
you might be right, Randy.
Customers to come back. And they said, You said it a minute ago, pure evil. There's always people wanting drugs, so they don't care if this person dies. He said it happens over there.
Wow, good to know. Are you a local?
I was born and raised here. I've moved to Gallatin, a beautiful place.
So
I think he's. Oh, hold on. I think he's talking about the because when JLR walked by him, I'm about to rewind it. When JLR walked by him, he was talking to some guy on like sitting on next to the bench or whatever. It looked like he was in a wheelchair, or he was sitting in a wheelchair at least. Let's go back.
I want to.
About right here.
Yeah. First.
About right after this guy.
So you hear from locals. Now we got some media now. Police. Got a man.
All right, now watch. Look.
Look at this.
Let me make it.
Look at this. Right here. Look at this. Right here. Hovercraft. Did you see the hovercraft?
That's the hovercraft that Cajun Navy's been waiting for.
So it's definitely feels like that's part of this search.
He's right here, like he's about to walk past him on this side over here. That's him, like that's who he said he was talking to for the last 2 hours, and who told him that? Whoever this is right here.
Cumberland River Greenway, downtown, folks. Hovercraft.
I knew this. I worked here in the daytime. You things about on Hermitage Avenue, the Tennessee encampment.
Tennessee.
He said this to me. He said they could.
Oh, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I believe that either they or them being the homeless either seen the opportunity and took advantage of him when he stumbled over here, or a theory B, which is could it still involve the homeless groups too, because I wouldn't imagine that they're too far, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that they could be working with or coincide with these organized crime rings that pickpocket and whatever else, or really they're just taking the I mean, it's just weird that the home, that's I haven't heard any like news stories, but I hear the homeless like, oh, he had a fistful of cash. Like, how do y'all know that? That's what y'all are spreading around to each other? That just tells me y'all are grubby pocket watching, and that's what y'all do down here, all of you. I mean, it's so normal to them, they don't even realize how fucked up it sounds when they tell you about it. Like, that's fucked up. You should know what somebody's got in there. Like, why are you so? That's a little strange, especially considering the kid's missing, and I doubt he has his money in his wallet, wherever it may be. Like, and I was like kind of worried of that, if he was in the bar waving around a bunch of cash, because I got that vibe whenever his dad or the family spokesperson said that was the kind of kid he was. Like, if he bumped into somebody in the bar, he would buy him around. Like, that was just how he was. So I would, if he was in there flashing money, absolutely that could have made him a mark and a target, and they could have been following him from the bar and never even been seen on camera, because they had the ability to go up on the top of the bridge and go, instead of turning down Gay Street and going first, because that road does loop and it'll loop around, and you can at any point right there before the bridge, before the Justice Center, and I believe right after it, where those parking garages are, the steps come right down and you can walk right down, and and not even have to be walking behind him. So keep that in mind too. So that's my theories. I have like 2 right now. Maybe more, maybe less. We'll see. But as of right now, I dang sure do not think at all whatsoever. I don't care how high them embankments are, what JLR shows me. No offense, you're cool, JLR. I really appreciate you doing this, but he did not fall in accidentally. I don't care if he was trying to listen. First of all, you would know that who's gonna just whip their and pee on a bunch of people that are down with dogs barking and everything else. And this is during the day. Can you imagine what it was like at night? Because they're out panhandling and shit during the day, and listen, I mean, they're everywhere out here. There's no way he'd have just pulled. If he did, he'd have probably peed on somebody's head, and that could have been what started it. I don't see it. No way. And fell in the river, and and fell and freaking lost his pants and boots on the way there, but still had his underwear and socks. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Mm-mm. I could be wrong, but that is my opinion, and you asked.
Could have dragged him from here over there. He said those, and I worked at a company, and I know this area. I knew this. I worked here in the daytime. You better watch your back. But so I can imagine how it is over there now, because they got to move. So right now, that's the most dangerous. Off of Hermitage Avenue.
Hermitage.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Exactly.
Yeah. First turns
I
into
thought the
Hermitage
same
because
thing. See, I'm glad we got some critical thinkers in here, and I'm not the only one. That is exactly what I found was interesting was his verbiage, because I do watch a lot of Deception Detective, and people will tell on themselves or tell you what you want to know with their words and their way that they like, whether they use it in past tense. And, there's just little verbal cues that can tell you things if you pay attention to how they say them. And I did find it very interesting because I know what I convinced myself I see in that footage, and it looks like he's being dragged in that. And I haven't heard anybody else say that like he did. Just like I didn't hear anybody else say that like that other guy. He had a fistful of money. It's like, what the? And they don't even realize, they think they're being helpful. Like, you just got on my list is what you did, but they know they don't have anything to worry about ultimately. So probably hoping to, like, oh, you gonna pay me for an interview? Because that's what the hell, like, I don't even know. I don't know why. I don't. It's very suspicious that they come and insert themselves. It's all just sus as hell. Sus as hell. But yes, I did have that same. My mind instantly had the same thought when I heard him say that.
So what? Let me understand. What you're saying is, people are saying that it could have been dragged from.
From the last spot on him, right?
Yeah.
Down here. Somehow got dragged off over there. And he said pure evil. And I believe.
He's saying the people around here, some people are pure evil around here.
Those people over there at that encampment, not regular folks.
Yeah.
I'm going to call them homeless. I don't know their situation. People that live on the river.
That's a dangerous camp.
Okay, yeah, I'll translate.
He said they make them, man.
That's funny. He's fucking speaking such bad that the closed caption ain't even picking up on it. All right, let's see. I'll translate it.
They gotta move.
Unfortunately, I speak this.
Right now, that's the most dangerous.
Right now, it's the most dangerous one.
Hermitage.
Off of Hermitage Avenue.
Oh,
yeah. First turns into Hermitage if we go that way.
So
First
what,
turns
let
into
me understand. What
Hermitage.
you're saying is, people are saying that it could have been dragged from.
He could have been dragged.
Last spot on him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, yeah, he could have. Y'all spotted him right on camera here. He said he could have went down there, and he could have drug him back over there. And if he drug him back over there, that ain't good, because those people over there are pure evil. Not the people over here. These are decent people over here, but the people that live on the river, they're pure evil.
That's a dangerous camp.
That's a dangerous camp.
He said they make them, man.
They make meth. They make drugs to kill people. And
this guy's pretty sharp.
he's pretty sharp. He's a veteran. Excuse me. I got, oh my God, excuse me. Sorry, I'm just feeling the vibrations. Sorry. Woo.
Anyway.
He
said they would sell those drugs.
Sell him those drugs. Why would I want to kill him? He said, yeah, but they'll come back the next day. He said, do you want your customers to come back? He said, you said it earlier, pure evil. He said, there's all these good people walking the roads, and they don't care. They don't care if they kill you.
Are you a local?
I was born and raised here.
I was born and raised here.
Moved to Gallatin.
So
Beautiful place.
I see you were talking to him. I see you around here talking to people.
Yes.
What's everyone feel like happened? Something criminal or an accident?
My opinion.
My opinion.
Your opinion what?
I told my wife.
Criminal. I told my wife. When I first saw this.
When I first saw a story.
I
saw this area, and because I walked through here, I said,
you know,
That
dangerous area.
that's a dangerous
Very
area.
dangerous, and I was
Very
in there
dangerous.
at daytime. So I can only, I said, that's what
I was in
happened.
there at the
Don't say
daytime and it was dangerous. But someone grabbed him and
Thanks for
he's
your
gone.
insight. Hey, be safe out here.
you too, man.
Be safe.
Don't, come on, get out of here.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So
And then he said, come on, get out of here.
can I scoot by you without falling?
Yeah, but I got 2 dogs down there.
Oh, I don't want to get bit by the dogs. How are you?
They're both down there.
How you
They're
holding up?
Sleep, so
How you holding up?
best I can.
Best you can. Well, I don't want to go down. What type of dogs are there down there?
Huh?
Are they? Do they bite?
You know, close to that my husband was sleeping there.
Oh, there's people sleeping down there?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't go down there and disturb. All right. Thank you. So she's saying there's people down there sleeping in the tents. Okay, so we have a situation here, folks, where we just spoke to a local. And this area here is someone's home. And there's people down there in dogs sleeping in this tent. I don't want to go down there and interrupt somebody's sleep. But folks, this is high up here. This is a high situation. This is a homeless camp right in the area of where Riley vanished. And it's far, folks. It's far. Look at this. Now, can you guys see this? Rachel, you mind showing me where exactly the debit card was found?
Well, and I think
Or the
All right, we got another name, Rachel. I'll be writing that down. Thank you so much.
general area?
I think the guy that I saw with the drone yesterday is back out here, and he's just a citizen. So she's crushing her eyes.
Thank you. Guy warned me, don't go down there.
I think it's this gentleman with the hat on over here behind the pole. I think he's the one that had the drone out yesterday. Okay, so look at this. You could just go right in here and tinkle.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a little flat. If you don't know this area, though, you know, he gets in here just for a little cover or whatever, takes one step.
So he's actually a nice guy. He was actually warning me in good faith, don't go down there. He said, don't go down there. Don't go down there. And he's like, I wouldn't go down there. He looked at me and he was like this, dude, don't go down there. That's what he said to me. He said, don't go down there. So the lady says her husband's down there with some dogs. So there's people down there on the water, folks. How and why this exists in Nashville, that's, you know, I don't know.
Here we are.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go over this railing here and kind of show you, folks, just how steep this area is. This is the area. I'm going to go under the railing, and anyone can, you can hop over it. Now, one thing I've noticed here, folks, is there's a lot of leaves.
This slides.
Oh, man. I could tell you, folks, that this slides. I'm going to try to get close to the edge, but I don't want to get on the edge. But you could definitely see what I'm saying, slide. Now think of someone under the influence and the river up 4 feet higher. But even if it's where it's at, look at this, folks. This is right off. This is the area where the debit card, the homeless camp, and between the two bridges. And look at. So we're talking a ledge, folks. I'm going to go to a distance. I'm going to try to get as close as I can get up to the ledge. But man, I'll tell you, you get to this ledge, folks. Now, I don't see no footprints around here. See what I mean? Look. Look. Oh, man, it's like a 40 feet drop. Gotta be careful. Now this puts this in a whole different perspective, folks. It's quite possible that Riley came around this area and hopped over or walked around, and you're going to fall with the slippery. It's slippery. And I'm not saying this is the area or this is the exact location, but this is the area. And it drops like 30 feet. It drops 30 feet, folks. What's going on here? The search for Riley continues. IMJLR investigates. And then at this point, folks, here too, another thing too, is right here is a ledge here too, and anyone can get up on this concrete and just stand up here, and I'll show you. I'm up, and up here, I want to spin the camera around and just show you. But here's the ledge. Look how far down it goes. It goes down 30 or 40 feet. But here's the thing about how it goes down, folks, is the water's a little bit, it's like 10 feet from here. But it looks like you could go around there. Now, this is the area. This is the Office of Emergency Management searching around here. A boat just went by. Boat. Look at this. And I'm told that the debit card was in this general area. We even got a media out here looking. Yeah, this is my recommendation on the whole situation would be, even for future reference, to prevent anything from happening again, is they got to put some fencing up here. They got to put some fencing up here. This is wild. Anyone can just hop up here. Now, another thing too, what about if there's something bad that happened? We're open to every possibility, but we're not going to flat out say, hey, this is criminal. But what if it was criminal? Now you got a situation where maybe he was out here thrown off, maybe pushed off. Another thing too, debit card. Was the debit card in his hand? Was the debit card in a pocket, shirt pocket, pant pocket, sock? Where was the debit card on him? And if he fell over, debit card fly off, fly out of his hand, fall out of the pocket while it's going. That's a scenario too. But the other guy was telling me he had a handful of cash. So I don't know. A wad of cash in his hand. Now, I don't know if that's just a rumor mill, but it is good to understand and talk to locals and see all the chatter and everything that's said. Kidda says it can't fall out of his pocket. I'm reading some of you guys' comments. Provide your insight, please. There's a sheriff around here. Now, I'm just trying to give you an idea of what this area looks like besides the riverbank. Like, there's a big business here. It says receiving and shipping. The bridge is here. but I don't see any surveillance necessarily under these bridges. And one thing I don't see under here is lights either.
Well, and would have went up those stairs where that lady's coming down over there on the woodland. He would have popped right up into a public park. It's really well lit, back right into action where tons of people. Tons of people.
Gotcha. Oh, look. Here's the boat, folks. Look at this boat. The boat is searching. Give it a second. The boat's going to be right here. He got binoculars. Scuba divers, I wonder if they're going to have anything that can scrape the bottom of the water. Scuba divers. Wonder if the phone. I'm going to go down here and see how far they're going. I'm going to go down here a little bit. Boots on the ground. JLR investigates. Come on in, everyone. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be out here for days monitoring this search. We got a photographer here doing the same thing I'm doing. There it is. Search boat, Metropolitan Police. They're going down the waterfront. There they go right there. What I want to do is I want to show you, and they got police out here. They got police cars out here. I want to show you. I'm going to go up on top of the bridge. This actually says Vanderbilt Police.
That gentleman didn't want to be on camera, or I told him he didn't have to be. He said no, not at all. He's been working for the city his whole life, and he and I have a similar feeling, and he said they need to be on the river like down in Ashland City.
In what town?
Ashland City.
Ashland City?
Yeah.
How far is that from here?
Oh, in a car, like 20, 25 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I heard that they are going to be going down the river. It's just I don't know how far.
One of my good girlfriends and I kayak this river, and then we get on it and run it for like hours. It's not to be played with. She's strong. I tried to get out of my kayak once to use the restroom.
Did you find the debit card? Can I ask you where exactly? She gotta go. She gotta go. She found the debit card. She found the debit card. I remember her face at the press conference. She said she pointed there, but the other guy told her to keep walking. Interesting.
Anyway, kayaking with my friend Marla once, I stepped out of the kayak on the riverbank.
Yeah.
Get out of my kayak, go to the restroom. As soon as I stepped down, it was like quicksand, and my foot went down like to my knee. Anyway, kayak over. I felt like I was going to drown. Panic. Thank goodness my friend was with me. So I don't get out of my kayak anymore. Use the restroom. I get out and I stepped on it.
Thank you for so much for taking me around.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I'm going to branch off and go towards the town. I appreciate everything. Thank you. It's 76. Rach.
Oh, you're live.
Yeah, right. But I appreciate everything and showing me around and everything like that.
How long are you going to be here?
I'm going to be down here for days monitoring the situation.
Would it be weird if I got your number so I could text you?
Shoot me an email, jlr@jlrinvestigates.
JLR@JLR.
Yeah.
And my email is my full legal name.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel.
Man, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for bringing me up here.
Be around.
Now I got some insight, and I'm going to just scour around a little bit. All right, so that was Rachel helping me. Tremendous help, folks. All right, so we're going to go up on the bridge, folks. We're going to see what's going on up there, and then we're going to head downtown a little bit and see what's going on. But I want to see what they're like monitoring and what they're actually doing around here. Hold on 1 second.
Also, his family said last night the video around the food truck.
Food truck?
Some on the corner of 3rd and Church.
3rd and Church.
It's always there.
Okay.
That was the video where he's running and fell into the pole. Some people are speculating he got into a scuffle on that corner.
Gotcha.
His parents have verified it was not him.
Gotcha.
But they believe he was running because he got dangerous.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Okay.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
one.
Thank you. Take care, Rachel. Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Be careful. Put your boots on.
Thank you. You too. Be careful. All right, so this is Office of Emergency Management. They have their own, see what they have circled up there? Look what they got circled up there. They have that general area between the two bridges. So, you know, they're out here too. Look at this. They got more. It seems like this is Office of Emergency Management in the area. All right, let's go up on top of the bridge. We're going to go up top of the bridge and look over the water, as I was told you can walk across. So there's multiple trucks here with the Office of Emergency Management. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they have the command center right here. It looks like their little map, and he's on a walkie-talkie and a phone, and he's corresponding with people. JLR Investigates. Come on in, everyone. Out here Nashville, Tennessee, boots on the ground, monitoring the search for Riley Strain. The way he had it on his map there, this is the zone here. This is the area that he had marked between these two bridges. We'll go up and look over. Now remember, folks, they said at one point it was flooding up here. We're also going to go around on the other side of the river. In this area, folks, right here. Debit card, phone last pinged. What do we got? JLR investigates in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Over there, it looks like there's some big-time homeless camps. Look at all that. Look at all that. We're going to go over there and take a look. I'm waiting to see if we see any Cajun Navy or anything. Let me just cross over real quick and just see if there's anything going on the other side of the river, along the riverbanks. Another thing I noticed over here, and this is where we started. We started our segment over there. And one thing I noticed is there's a bunch of people up there where we started. And that truck right there is Office of Emergency Management Authorities. And there's a large group of people. See the group of people where we started? You could see it. I wonder what's going on down there. But this also shows you how wide the river is. We're out here trying to find answers, trying to find out what happened to Riley. Come on in, JLR Investigates. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button. What happened to 22-year-old Riley Strain? Here's another thing is these boats, these tugboats. That's what I was telling you about right there. Remember the lady said that her husband and the dogs are down there? And the other guy up there on the street was telling me, don't go down there. But he was saying it to kind of warn me in good faith. Don't go down there. We're going to cross over and go over onto the, looks like train tracks down here. All in this wooded area. And they were talking about very, very steep, rocky, dangerous. I concur. Being here now, I can concur that it's bad. It's bad, man. It's bad.
I thought that was a motherfucking baby in that godforsaken stroller. However, it is a baby stroller, but it's not a baby. I was about to flip out.
What do you think happened here, folks? Knowing what you see now, and here comes law enforcement. That's the police right there. Knowing that you know what happened or see what happened here and see the terrain and we don't know what happened, but what's your take on what you think happened? And then now I'm all over here. Yeah, Annie, thank you. Thank you. It's the coast there on that one side. Davey or any Liz Phillips. Oh. We got a train coming. Thank you, thank you. From there at that homeless camp, I don't know, maybe because they're sometimes territorial, you know, and people don't want you invading their space, whatever like that. But we're just going to see what these shorelines look like around here to kind of give us an understanding and perspective Was this a terrible accident or was this foul play? We actually should have a follow-up because I think the way we had our conversation yesterday when we were here, I think yeah, I'm going to go down the steps and then I'm going to go that way, go towards the river. And then there's speculation somebody was wearing Riley's shirt. I don't know if... All right, pray for me. Boots on the ground. JLR investigates.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Oh, absolutely not. I'm so terrified right now, and I'm not there. Eee.
Yeah, I'm looking around for a phone or anything. You know, maybe Riley's phone's out here somewhere. That made its way up to one of these homeless camps. Or any
It's probably...
articles of clothing. If you see anything that you recognize in this video that could be Riley's, you know, tell me to turn back. Tell me, you know, we're just putting a camera out there so you guys can see. Man, it's a mess out here. I got to be careful not to step on anything that I shouldn't step on. Needles.
Oh.
He had a blue wallet, bright blue wallet. All right, good to know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that info. He had a bright blue wallet. Here's another thing, too, what's crazy is more crime scene tape. I keep seeing all this crime scene tape back here at all these homeless camps, man. What's going on with that? Have things bad happened around here? Sunday, thank you. Lollipop, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support, everyone. You know, we're kind of doing a quasi reporting here, reporting and also looking for answers at the same time. We're kind of doing it both, or all three, like bringing awareness too. All right, so I have to cross these tracks, and then there's the river. And there's the embankment on the other side where the debit card was found. I hear a chopper in the sky. I don't think that's related. People down here.
Does he have a glove on? What is he doing? Huh. Sorting through trash? What? I mean, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, it's definitely like a home back here. People have homes back here, like makeshift homes. Now I'm a little scared.
They done stole the damn flat cart from Home Depot.
Scare myself, honestly. I mean, it seems like there's just one dude down there, but I don't know where anyone else is. There could be people. Like this guy has like a tent. Look at this tent. This homeless tent. So right across the river, folks. What could there be something in play here in this area here, directly across? Big giant. But here's we got a drone in the sky, folks. We got a drone in the sky. See that? Somebody's flying a drone up above me.
Oh shit, that is a good point. Oh my Lanta. Hold on, you guys. This is a very good point. So one body was described as male, likely Hispanic, maroon shirt, jeans, and Puma sneakers. Notice he didn't lose any clothes or his shoes in the river like Riley did. And he's alleged to have been in there longer. Yeah, I still haven't heard. I tried looking into it, and I literally like I can't even find a cause of death or who he is or how long he'd been in the river. Like it just got swept under the rug. That's very good catch, though. I'm gonna add that to my notes because that is very interesting. That same river, same current, same set of circumstances, but yet, and honestly, it would be easier to lose Pumas, than pull-on boots that are soaking wet. It's just not very probable that the current pulled them off. That's a good catch. Awesome job. Thank you so much.
Here's the thing, folks, and here's where I'm a little baffled. Of all the places along this river,
Wait. Hold on, JLo.
The debit card is found.
There was a woman found too, in the same time frame. Seriously? No, not that I know of, unless I think they said suspected to be in early 30s, the male, but I haven't even heard about this female. There's a female too that was found in this. No way! I gotta find this. Okay, I'm gonna push play on JLR. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Who's TNT? Interesting. If there's a link to whatever you guys are talking about, drop it in the chat, and if not, I'm gonna try to find it by myself.
Found right where you have these two main giant homeless camps on each side of the river, and his debit card was found right under there by that bridge. I think that's kind of, I don't see many homeless camps down there along the river, but suddenly here, right when there's homeless camps, the debit card is found. A little bit suspect about that, and I just want to bring that to people's awareness. There's law enforcement. Oh my gosh, it smells really bad out here. Now, when I say it smells really bad, it smells really bad, folks. Look at this, folks. This is directly across from where the debit card was found. And then as you see that one tent up there that we were going to go down, and I was told not to go down, Oh, this is bad, folks. I don't see anyone around, so I'm just going to walk here. If I see anyone, I'm not engaging, and I'm just going to walk away because I don't want to deal with anyone. I got to look out for booby traps. Looking around for any phones, any other articles of clothing, any evidence, anything. Anything of anything. Has police come down here, at least looked? Anybody in there? Look at all this. How does this even exist? How's this even allowed? This is our precious riverbanks, man. This is a river. Debit card found there. Office of Emergency Management up stationed right there. This is their general area that they have on, circled around the map. As we saw, law enforcement keeps going down. And this is directly across. My God. I didn't even see this bank here. It's worse here on the banks. That looks like law enforcement up there on phones. 2 of them on the bridge. There's law enforcement up there. They're on like some sort of phone or walkie-talkie. I just saw 2 of them. 2 of them are walking up there. They're in like green. It might be Office Emergency Management. JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel. Welcome aboard, everyone. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. We are boots on the ground. We're trying to understand this mystery here, this total mystery on what happened to 22-year-old Riley Strain. Out in the field, I'll be out here for days, monitoring the search, trying to get answers, trying to get insight, and showing you guys the area. Jeep Girl, welcome to media. Consider being a member to JLR Investigates. We do boots on the ground coverage. We do the footwork, the understanding. So this has a barge here. I saw 2 people on the barge. Haven't seen the law enforcement go around. Definitely have a major homeless camp here. Yeah, I wouldn't. I really feel bad for people that would even want to be put in this position or situation. This is bad, folks. I got to watch out for nails, glass. There's all types of things around here. Bottles. Plant Lady, thank you. Nice to see you again, Plant Lady. I'm looking around for a phone or looking around for a blue wallet. How's authorities check this area? Debit card found directly across the water. People can go back and forth via the bridge. I don't think it's more than a 10-minute walk. Somebody was burning here. Even got kids' shoes. Look, somebody got kids' shoes here. And here's another thing is too, and whether this is related or not, what is up with the other bodies that have been coming here on shore in the last few days? Weren't there 2 others? What is going on with the bodies? I mean, they said no foul play, but man, that's kind of strange that bodies keep ending up in the water here. What could the bodies be from? Homeless people. Is there something bad going on here in Nashville? And it's finally getting to light. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Really bad. I don't want to touch anything either, folks. Look at this thing. I don't even want to look in there. Also, folks, we're looking for Riley. We're literally looking for Riley. Like, where is he? All right, let's move on. It's really bad around here. It smells. It's next to some government property. It says no trespassing government property. I wonder what this is. I'll have to look on my land glide map later to see what this is. Parallel to the train tracks. Something got up there. Somebody said call out his name. Riley. 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 The Synergy Project. I thought that thing said the Blair Witch Project. I could tell you now, being here, it puts a whole different thing into perspective. Those steep banks, it's a whole different thing in perspective, I can tell you that. Go down here a little bit. Yeah, share this video out so you get to see this terrain. You're seeing firsthand what it really looks like down here, where Riley Strain vanished. The exact same area where he vanished. Scary. I'm actually scared. Shouldn't be like this, folks. This shouldn't exist like this. It shouldn't be like this. Somebody got a Titans flag. Titans fan. It shouldn't be like this, folks. We got camps all over the place out here. This is scary. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like somebody's gonna pop up at any time. So this is directly across where authorities are searching. I could show you right there. You could see authorities up there under that bridge. Between the two bridges here, and I'm at this homeless camp on the water. Haven't seen authorities in a while searching. But what I can see over here, there's definitely.
It's funny you say that because the 911 call like is very I don't know, something about it just don't sit right with me, you know? Like but then again, I could just be being too judgy, but it just it's on my list. I'll say that.
Definitely people searching. That's a group. That could be the Office of Emergency Management. It could be volunteers. Definitely looks like a group of individuals. All right, we're gonna work our way. See, there's one guy over there, but I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm not gonna bother. We're not here to really bother anyone. We're just here to get an idea and perspective. I'm not here to bother anyone. We're here to find out what happened to Riley. and any clues and evidence. You know, whatever's over there could have washed up over here somewhere along the shorelines. You know, are they just focusing on that shoreline going down? How far down are they going? They're going down all the way down to the Martin Luther King Bridge, a little bit that way. Are they going to expand outside the city of Nashville? Some great questions, folks. We're out here investigating. JLR investigates. What is this? Hello, anybody here? Hello? It's JLR.
Oh my God, JLR, you
Anybody
nutbag.
here?
What are you doing? You get out of there.
You know anything about Riley?
Is that a bear?
Hello?
Oh God.
Anybody here? Hello? You seen Riley?
That
I'm
is
looking
the
for
most
phones,
bizarre
wallets,
shit I've
clothing,
ever
anything
seen. Yeah, so
that
are they.
resembles
You
Riley.
better get out of there.
Brown shirt, brown black shirt. If you guys see anything in this segment, shout it out. Speak. Did you know that this exists in downtown Nashville, like right on the riverfront? Literally right over there is all the nighttime and entertainment and all the bars. Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, all of them have establishments, but just blocks away you get situations like this along the riverfront. Pretty wild. Along railroad tracks.
No, what's wild is the fact you're down there.
Why doesn't the
Crazy
city of
guy.
Nashville go help everybody here and clean this out and put people
The city
in
of Nashville is a. Ooh,
How
don't
they
get me
even allow
started.
this? Coincidentally, the same area where Riley's debit card was found.
I don't
Is that a
believe in
coincidence?
coincidences. No, I don't believe in those. What do we got here? Gang affiliation? Go figure. Season, right?
Where else are they going to search? All right, we're going to work our way back over to the bridge.
What the
I'll
heck?
come back here and maybe check and see if authorities are out here
No, you
searching.
better not.
They're going around there. I think they're actually going to do some grid searches in a couple days if none of the water searches come into fruition. If they don't get anything, the way I heard it was they were going to do. Actually, I can go up this way. We can go up this way. I'm going to go up this way.
Oh my God, Jailer, you are crazy, my guy.
So what time is it? That's time. My thing says
time to get out of there. Shut up,
Let's see how
Eddie.
long it takes to get across. We're just going to walk. We're going to go up the path. We're going to walk. We're just going to see how. Look. See, there's people out.
I realized that when it said Scott, I doubt that's, anything like, gangster disciples. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Don't come in here being right and stuff. Don't nobody care.
Out here walking around.
That dude is
All right,
giving
so
me the
it's 2:44.
heebie-jeebies.
Let's walk. See how long it takes to get across the bridge. Just
What the fuck? Why is it so much louder on this side? Hey, Raven. Was it this loud on the other side? Yeah. I feel like it's super loud over here. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, hell no. I'd be running. What is that? I would be gone. No, JLR's one of the freaking creepy guys coming out of the woods.
You can pretty much climb over.
I think it's a little bit of both.
We'll do that. This is rough. This is rough. JLR investigates climbing bridges. Trying to get the truth.
He wasn't walking all the way back around. He was scared.
Off. Office of Emergency Management. We're out here on phones. There's their maps. So it's showing you that there are actually law enforcement is actually out here looking, and they have been doing it all morning. They're still here. We've been on 3 hours. Boots on the ground, JLR investigates. Unfortunately, folks, I did not bring my battery charger with me when I started the live, so I'm really going to run out of battery here. So what I'm going to do is charge up, hook the battery up, and then restart a new stream here shortly. But you see firsthand what is going on here. I plan to be here throughout the day. Hopefully they find Riley. Let's hope alive. This is ground zero right here. And I'll be back in a bit. I'll start one back up and we'll redo. We'll see who's out here. We'll see what they're going on with the searches. I'll be back in maybe the next hour. But I am boots on the ground. JLR investigates. Sub to the channel. Hit the notification button. Boots on the ground. Nashville. Where is Riley String? What happened to Riley String? You got any credible information? Contact Nashville police. We'll see what happens with the Cajun Navy. They're supposed to get started. I thought they would already be out here. They might even be out here. It might not be in this location. But there is people out here searching for this young man. What happened? It's a mystery. If you go back to the beginning of this video, we started out at Luke Bryan's bar. We went down. Rachel, a local, gave me a wonderful tour. Insight, appreciate that. Showed me the different locations where Riley was seen on camera that worked his way to that location right there. Steep hill. We went down to the homeless camps. We done it all. So if you want to see the whole pig enchilada picture, review this video. Share it around too. You can share it around. You have my permission to share. Of course, we're all helping them, making a difference. We're all trying to get answers here and trying to find out what happened to Riley. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. JLR investigates. Everyone be safe. Be back soon. Stay tuned.
Okay, so that was interesting because I just found that very interesting. Next. Okay. I'm still here. I just have it full screen so you guys can see. And hopefully you guys can see. Alright. So this is the video for the Justice Department that's right past the bridge on Gay Street. Right before the curve. And there's like a little parking lot on one side and then the banding building. And I started this video because it's a 2.5 hour video, and according to the uploader of the video, it was the timestamp starts at 8:59, so pretty much 9 o'clock, and it goes for 2.5 hours, so from 9 till 11:30. Well, we know that Riley's on camera at 9:47, going across the crosswalk, and then we see him on the police body cam footage between 10:54 or 10:52 and 10:54, depending on who you ask. And then after that, he was supposed to have been seen on camera right before the Woodland Bridge, or no, not the Woodland Bridge, the other bridge, Jefferson. He didn't go under it, but it was like right before it. We haven't seen this footage. His parents have though. He's jogging. He stops right before the bridge or the sign that says 14.3 foot or 14.5, whatever the height is, and he looks down at his phone. So we can unequivocally, without a doubt, say, because I do believe his parents said they seen it and they could contest to this, that or not contest it, they can corroborate this, and I believe them. And they said that he was looked down at his phone, and that was about 9:57. Okay, so that means unequivocally we can say from 9:57 on is when we need to find out what happened, because he still had his phone, his clothes, his shoes, his boots, his pants, and I would assume his wallet, all still on him at 9:57. Somewhere between 9:57 on is when something went south. And I feel like if that something went south in this said area and he didn't go up on the top of the bridge and go up the stairs or anything like that, it's got to be on this video. We just have to like squint our eyes and make sense of all the ghosty apparitions that look crazy in this video, make sense of it, because the timing, there's no way that he just went past this camera if that's what they say happened. Really? That's a good question. I like you too. People that don't have anything to hide usually don't hide it, usually don't hide anything. But what do I know? I come from Florida, probably the most transparent state as there is. They put everything on blast. Ain't nothing sacred. Everything public record. Just about. Okay. So this is let's try this one. I don't like that one either. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to slow this down. Okay. Okay, so I'm not really focused on the cars. What I did here was I played with the settings so that I could make this back here, the background, illuminated so that there's nobody sneaking around back there. And now, granted, I've done this like a dozen and bajazzen bazillion times, so there's not a way that I haven't done it where you can focus on the cars if you want to focus on that. If you want to focus on the people walking, you can focus on that. This just so happens to be the one where, like, because I feel like I could see movement back there, and I wanted to know what was going on, so I wanted to like make it where that lit up. So this is where we are. All right, so here we go. We got this somebody walking up over here where my mouse is, and when I push play, you're gonna see him walking. He looks like he's got a white hoodie, long sleeve shirt. Looks like he's almost like the same one that was behind Riley at the crosswalk. Just saying. Don't know. I wasn't there. This is just my opinion, but it does look very similar, and the timing would be about 9:53 p.m. Maybe no more at 104, so 9:54. Actually, there's two. The other one's just wearing dark clothes. That's why you can't hardly see him. And it's crazy. I've never seen anything look like this. Like, if this is the Justice Department footage, cheese and rice. I mean, they're not convicting nobody with this footage. It's I've never. I miss 2024. I cannot believe there's cameras out there that record this shitty quality. It is beyond. And the more you try to zoom in and make it clear, the worse it gets. Oh, I've already done that too. Trust me, if there's a way to look at, I've looked at it in reverse, I've looked at it forward, I've broke it down frame by frame, I've blurred it to where you can only see the vehicles, and I blurred it because I can't focus on like everything. When I do a deep dive, like I have to tell myself, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on for this video, and I have to focus on it. Like if I'm looking all over the place, then I'll miss everything because I already have ADD and ADHD, and I don't need no help. So I have to like make myself, okay, don't look at anything else. I don't care if you see anything shiny. You just look at this one area. I have to do that. Okay, and the reason I find this area particularly to be interesting or worth, studying is because for one, Riley's phone pings like maybe 50 to 60 feet, to the where the rear, like behind where the camera is at, and then towards the bridge or under the bridge actually, and then this area over here where the wall is where that abandoned building is, and where JLR was at down there searching. That I thought that I seen jeans that very much so, like I've convinced myself that they could be the jeans that Riley was wearing, and now we know was not wearing when he went in the water, in my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion, just speculation. But yep, I agree. Okay, now we're at 8 minutes in, so this would put us at about What the heck? Hmm. Oh. Oh, wait a second. Is that a phone line? Oh my God, it is. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Almost like he went, whoever it was, went and like peeked over the wall and was like shining the phone light, like either they know something was over there or like they heard something that got their attention. That's what it looked like to me. But I mean, so you got this guy, and then there's another guy that's right over here on the wall. He's in like he's dressed in darker clothing, so you can't see him, but you can see the phone light in his hand. It's like a purplish light. He's about to go on the other side of this tree right now. Yeah, see him moving right there? That's the phone light right there. And he's like looking over the wall. And then he peeks over and now he's walking back to the other guy where the other guy is in the white shirt. And then everybody comes on the scooters. And then they're over here. But something got their attention because they both walked over there and looked. And the one even shined the phone light. It's like he was either looking to see if something was down there or something like they heard something like a commotion or something and got their attention and they looking down there. Hmm. Yes. 11:30 p.m. is when it cuts off. This is about 10. Let me see. 10. Do. So 10:12. So about 10:02, 10:03 ish. PM. Okay, what do we got here? Now we're about 10:04, 10:05 ish. Okay. They're moving, but I can't. I mean, they must be. I don't I think I seen white shoes maybe, but they just look. Well, they're running. I can see that much because they look like a blur. But what's going on over here? And over here. Huh. Hmm.